Hey.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting laptop. So yeah, I'm just. If you're wondering why I'm laughing, it's the comment that Mr. P's put. Because this time last week, we ain't wrong. Were it last week or were it Wednesday? It was last Wednesday. In the wrong chat. So yeah, that's what we were just laughing at.
Have you shared it?
No, not yet.
Oh, I'll share it.
Okie dokie then.
Hey, good job.
Oh dear.
This is Harper.
Yeah, well. I'm still laughing at it. I better be in the right one and not chatting to myself. We've got 4 watching. Hello to the 4.
Hello to the 4.
So yeah, same as I say, that's what we're laughing at. I think it was last Wednesday's one. It was chatting away in the room and somebody else in this other stream, and I says that wasn't. I was trying to delete, and I'd been live about 5 minutes, and then he didn't realise that he were in the wrong one. So excuse me if I'm taking a while. I'm just sorting something, but it as per usual, it's taking forever.
It's a bit slow tonight.
Yeah. Well, it don't seem to be anybody else. We're down to 2. Oh dear me.
Wednesday evening, though, weren't it?
Yeah, it were a bit slow on Wednesday.
Picked up.
Yeah, it picked up a little bit after a while. So
everybody came and said, "Oh."
So right, I'm trying to. No, it don't matter. I'm trying to do something, but it's not going to let me. So we've got 4 watching. Nobody's talking at the moment.
I'm sharing.
I know you're sharing at the moment. So hey, we've got Bostar.
Hey, hello, lad.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook that over the weekend it's going to be about 27. So I don't know how true it is.
Is it Ireland? So it'd probably be about 13 Celsius over there.
But yeah, it were it the Sun or something said that it's going to be warmer here than the where did it say?
Mediterranean.
Yeah, Mediterranean. So it's a case really of waiting and seeing whether it transpires or not. But yeah, it said that it was going to be warm in like about 27, I think it said. So it just remains to be seen whether or not it transpires or not. You know what these weather forecasters is like. So yeah, just we see that's what we said. I mean, they've also said that apparently we're going to have the worst winter in 30 years, and the beast from the east is going to make a return. So, but same as I says, half at time, it's a case of waiting and seeing, because you never know. Hiya, Jeff, how are you? Yeah, so you know, I mean, it's like they've had torrential rain and everything in Spain, and that's usually red hot. You know what I mean?
Scary Bob.
So you know,
What is it?
hiya, Tony, how are you? Yeah, we're just on about the weekend is going to be like, it's going to be in the 27, 28 region, but they've also warned us that it's going to be the worst winter in 30 years and the beast from the east is going to make a return. But half of things you don't know whether to believe them or not. It's just a case of waiting and seeing. I will say it's been known before now for, weather forecasters to get it wrong. So, yes, I was going to get round to that, actually.
I'll just answer Tony's questions. My friend,
so, yeah, they both went for an interview today. They're doing, it's not, top notch. It's basically at the football club that they support, it's just litter picking. So but same as okie dokie then, Tony. Yeah. So they both, Chris and Callum, have both got like little part-time jobs there. Yeah, it's litter picking, but they get to sort of basically watch the every home game. The same as we've said, Callum's at college now. It'll be a bit extra money in his pocket, bit of spending money. Same as we've said, he's at college now, so he's going to want books, he's going to want writing equipment, other things. So same as we've said, save every penny you can while you can. So they've got a 6-hour shift on Wednesday. There's a 6-hour shift going on Thursday, but Callum's at college, so only Chris is going on Thursday.
I didn't know he were a blade, or is he just messing?
But yeah, same as we've said, he said he's going to renew this or renew that or something or other, but they're not like, hundreds of pounds or anything like that. But he says he's going to save it, just occasionally buy something for himself. But, same as we've said, as far as Chris is concerned, it's extra money for Christmas. So, you're saving up for a new gaming PC and chair. Oh, and a desk. So, yeah, sort of that's the news at the moment. Chris went into town and got my birthday presents, both of which I know I said to him, don't bother wrapping them up. He got me a pair of slippers from Callum, which I'm wearing because others were dropping off my feet. And Chris bought me a new mixer. So, both of them things that I asked for anyway. Because he says, do you want this or do you want that? I says, look, just get me a new mixer. I'll be satisfied with that. Get me a pair of slippers from Callum. I'll be satisfied with that. Hey, we've got Ian. Oh, yeah, it's Friday night. So, yeah. Pair of slippers and a new hand mixer. Because in the last, the one that I've published today, I use my big mixer and it's noisy and it's heavy. So, no, Chris, it's a real permanent tattoo of the Blades badge that I got inked a few years back, but has faded over the years, so needs to be re-inked or covered up when I can afford it. Oh, ain't it nice to see you live more? Well, you see, I'm finding as well, Ian, that night times are a better. We've got Bella as well.
Bella Rudy.
Yeah, we've got, it's better for us as well at night time. Same as I say, I went to doctors this morning. So
she's had pricks in her.
Yeah. So that Bella's in the ass, I'm out of here. So yeah, I had to have my B12 injection. She says, well, while you're here, do you want your flu jab? I says, you may as well do. Plus, I had to have a blood test, so I've had to have one jab in one arm, one jab in other, and blood out, you know. So, so I'm a bit black and blue because she didn't get it first time. So I've got 1 or 2 bruises. That's where she tried to get it first time and didn't. I'll just put my fag down. That's where she tried to get it first time. That's the bruise that she did when she eventually got it. And then, same as I say, I had my B12 in one arm and my flu jab in other. So, so yeah. I says, well, you know, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I may as well have my flu jab while I'm here. So yeah. And apparently, because you see, when she rang up and says, oh, your B12's due, I'll make an appointment for 20th. She says, I've also got a blood test to do. I hate fake YouTubers. So I didn't actually know until I got there what this blood test were for, and apparently it's for my liver function. So so yeah. So I thought, well, you know, get it over and done with, all in one foul swoop. Hey, we've got Richard in as well.
Hey, Mr. Darwin Drizzle lad.
So so yeah, so you know, and obviously Chris don't come in with me because he don't like needles.
No,
so he guards my handbag out in the waiting area. Oh, so and then then we come out, got in the car, you know, we're just about to drive off, and this old lady with this walk come up, and she went, hey up, Chris, all right, you know what I mean? And I'm sort of going, who's that? You know what I mean? A bit iffy woman. And apparently she lives in one of the block of flats where Chris used to.
It's that area 51 rated, is.
Oh yeah.
People there.
Yeah, I did see earlier on there were about 3,000 in it.
Ooh.
Well, it might have been 4,000, but so yeah. Is there yakking away to this old lady, and you know, she was moaning. Oh, it's never been the same since you and John, you know. SWAT and police everywhere. Oh. So yeah. You know. And she ran about.
Hey, we got ASAP Fishing One.
Hey, ASAP, hello. How are you? So you know, it were, you know, do you miss it? And Chris says, no, not at all. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then she says, she got on about John, is the guy that he used to work with, and you know, I've heard he's not coming back. And Chris says, well, I don't know, you know, I don't know exactly. More likely to see a bullet or a jail cell. But yeah, so we sat talking to her for about 10 minutes, didn't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, and you know, when I says, I turn around to her and I says, she will out moaning, and we never see anybody come and clean flats, and a shoots is blocked up. And I sort of looked at Chris, and he looked at me, and I thought, after she'd gone, I went, well, I don't know what she was telling you for, because it's not your problem anymore.
Nope.
You know what I mean? You know, you know, but Oh, and this Kev that took over Chris's job when he left. She says, "Oh, we never see him anymore, and he used to come every Friday." You know what I mean? She was more or less, well, not moaning at Chris, but like, you know, complaining, you know, complaining about it. And same as Chris says after we'd sort of gone, he says, "Well, you know, I don't know why she were telling me all this." He says, "Because it's none, you know, none of my business and not my problem anymore." So, so basically, that was that. And sort of just as we were driving off, because I have to laugh about it. So we were just setting off, and she went, "Oh, Chris." So Chris slant anchors on. She went, "If you speak to John, give him my regards." And we were laughing about it. You know, we thought, I hope we're going to be another half an hour talking. Yeah, same as I say. I mean, they're making such a big thing about this Area 51, and I think it's all spiel, to be quite honest with you. You know, it's you'll be mentioned on my channel next month, Jeanette, in my YouTube Legends of Inspiration. Oh, thank you very much, Tony.
Oh.
But yeah, well, you see, it's CCTV user says he's bought cordless beard and hair trimmers. We see that one that we've got is a Babyliss. Now you charge it up, but once it's charged up, you just pull it out and you use it cordless anyway. So it's like both, really. It's cordless and corded, if you know what I mean. But it's like Chris wants his hair trimming. So I says, well, I'll do it at weekend. And what I normally do is I put them on charge. I'll probably put them on charge before we go to bed. So that you, hey, oh, we've got Gail in as well.
Egg-wing division.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. Oh dear, Bella belongs in Area 51 Penguin Division. Oh dear, that one's a good one, Gail. Oh dear. Oh, I don't just finish laughing about this old lady that collared Chris. Thought we were never going to get shut on her, and we just come out at doctors at this. Oh dear. Don't get me started again. My eyes is running already. Oh dear. And on Wednesday, we didn't half have a laugh. So, you know, we've got Markin as well.
Mr. Place?
No, Centroid.
Oh, blimey, hello, Mr. Centroid. How are you?
It's all right, Mark. We're talking about Area 51. I mean, if anybody knows anything about Area 51, it'll be Centroid, aka Mark. Planet Pingu. The movie. Funny thing you should talk about that, Gail, because we were talking about old like TV programs and everything other night, and we're on about Moomins and you know, like Magic Roundabout and things like that.
It's just come from Area 51.
Oh. Apparently there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, about 2,000 or 3,000.
So only saw 2 aliens while I was there. Nothing special. But same as I've just said. I've just said the same thing. You know.
Did we see the?
Hi, Jimmy. See, I were only just saying. You know, they're making such a lot about it, and I think myself, it's just all spiel. You know what I mean? And Pella says, "Don't you start, Chris."
I only said Inspector Pingu.
CCTV user says, "Beam me up, Scotty."
Beam me up, Pingu.
But you know, it's you know, it's same we like flat Earth. You know, a lot of people believe the Earth's flat. You know what I mean? And you know. Nanu. Yeah, where's the aliens? They are already. I agree with you there, Tony. But yeah.
Bye, Jeff.
Oh, okay then, Jeff. Thank you for coming in. But yeah. Jeanette Pickering, are you trying to tell me the earth is not flat? You must be crazy. Oh dear. But people believe what they want to believe, if you know what I mean. And I'm one of these that, unless I see it with my own two eyes, I'm a skeptic. So, you know, it's Richard's put, we come in peace as long as it is a piece of drizzle. If the world was flat, guess who'd I throw over the edge? I wouldn't hazard a guess at that, Bella, but I can think, you know. Gail's put bats. Oh dear. But you know what I mean? You've got people that, same as I say, they believe what they want to believe, they're steadfast in what they believe. But I'm, you know, skeptical about everything unless I see it with my own two eyes. And you're looking better, Jeanette, when you're well enough and Chris come onto a panel for Christmas if you're free and can make it. Oh, yeah, that'll be okay. Now I've got something to tell everybody. On Wednesday night stream, I don't know whether you've seen a lady that comes in and her name's Milady Travels. Anyway, so she'd messaged me on Instagram and she'd asked me address. So I says, right, okay. So she says, if you want to talk to me in person, here's my phone number. Oh, pardon me. This was yesterday. So I'd sort of messaged her back. So anyway, I messaged her back, and it was when I was live, I think Wednesday evening, weren't it? So I messaged her back the next day, and I says, I've got like my vlog to finish off and filming on the green screen, etc. I says, but as soon as I get a minute free, I'll ring you later on. Well, I completely forgot about it last night. I am Chad, how are you? So before I went to the doctor's this morning, I gave her a ring. A lovely lady. So she's invited us over to hers. You know, and we were having a right good chin wagon, you know what I mean? It's nice. And she says, well, you know, next time you're over wherever it is she lives, I'm not sort of saying where she lives, you know, it ain't all that far away. So she says, well, next time you know, come and, you know, come and have, you know, have an afternoon with me. So yeah, and we got on about, she's slightly older than me, but we got on about, like we were on about the other night, like tripe and oxtail and everything. And she says, oh, you can't beat a good old homemade meat potato pie. And I went, shush, don't say that out loud, because Chris's all-time favourite is meat potato pie. So I always knew Chris and Jeanette, Chris and Pixie, Jeanette and Pixie was swingers. But what it is, CCTV user, this lady always comments on me, on my vlogs. And she was in the chat the other night, and, you know, we had a right laugh and everything. And she sort of caught up with us before and said, you know, while next time I come over to Sheffield, I'll drop by your house. And she's sort of not actually, does she realise she'll take Chris with you? So, yeah, you know what I mean? It's spud pie, chips and mushy peas. But, yeah, you know, she's a lovely lady. And same as I say, she's always supported me. She always comments on my vlogs. But it's actually the first time I've actually spoke to her in person. So yeah, so we had a right good chinwag, and I think she'd be somebody that Bella would get on with, actually. You know, she seems that sort of, you know, I know what Bella's like, and, you know, from what I can gather, you know, how she were this morning, I think, you know, Bella would get on. I'm out for 3 months. So, yeah, so, you know, Bella will know what I'm talking about. She's our kind of person. She's down to earth, you know. She don't sort of, you know, she says it as she sees it, basically. I'm good, I'm Jad, how are you? The same as I said, I don't think she actually does a lot on a YouTube channel. She's got a YouTube channel, but I don't think she does a lot on it. So, Nutty is a Fruit Loop. What you tried to say, me and Bella's Nutty?
Well, yeah, I think everybody knows that one.
Can you open that door for me, sweetheart?
No.
I'm starting to sweat again now. So, yeah, so made another friend. What you tried to say, Chris? I've just said it. What you tried to say is you tried to say that me and Bella is bonkers. Oh, dear. Well, that counts us three in then, Gail. We must all be bonkers then. Jeanette is more bonkers. Cheers, Gail. I love you too. Oh, dear. I'm just as I just came back from partying on Gazer's live stream. I'm just here to hear you giggle. Oh, dear. But yeah, I mean, anybody that knows us, me, Gail, and Bella are all slightly. Hey, talk of the devil. We're just talking about you. Yeah. We're just talking about you, my lady. I was just saying. I didn't, you know, say who you was, but this is the lady herself. We had a right good chat this morning, and so yeah, we were just talking, you know, and you know, it's we're just talking about his little chat that we had this morning, and what were you doing chatting up my wife? Why you put hey you? I can see him gave me £2 super chat.
It was just these super chat sticker things.
Oh.
That was cheapest.
Oh. So yeah, I was just telling them about his little chat that we had this morning and saying you're a lovely lady, and been for me B12. I had B12 in one arm, my flu jab in other, and then after this arm she had 2 attempts at taking my blood. Got it eventually, like, but you know. So she says, yeah, talk of the devil. But yeah, so I'm sort of black and blue all over because I don't give my blood lightly. It's like red gold, my blood. So, yeah. I mean, this is the thing. She's just like a nurse that gives me my injection. And I walks in and she says, do you want your flu jab while you're here? I says, yeah, you may as well do. And every time she says to me, where am I best getting it from? And I point to there. I says, that's more or less, you know, you're guaranteed to get it from there. So what does she do? She goes somewhere else.
Where is it?
Hiya, WrestleMania, how are you? Yeah, I've sort of had a little bit of a shake-up WrestleMania. I've decided to start going live during the evening. Obviously, it's like 9:30 here. No, Chris don't do. Chris don't do. He says I faint at the thought of giving blood. I don't do needles. No. Chris is the handbag bodyguard when I go for my blood test. He not coming with me. You know, I go in and do what I've got to do, but he always waits in the waiting room because he don't do. And basically, she, you know, like how they've got like these kidney dishes, and she's got all these tubes and cotton wool and a needle and everything. And I went to her. You not get any with that needle. I says you need. I'm trying to tell her to do how to do a job. Basically, I says you need one of them butterfly clips. You know, and only because the needle is smaller. If you go in gung-ho with if you go in gung-ho with a needle, you're not going to get it. So I says to her, I says, you're better off getting it from there and doing it with a butterfly clip.
Judge says, do you watch EastEnders, Jeanette Pixie?
Yes, I do, but Chris don't. But oh, family lighter, I was sitting on it. But yeah, so same as that, you know, I've tried to sort of, far be it from me to tell her how to do a job, but I've had that many blood tests and whatever over the years. I says, get it from there. I says, you have to use a butterfly clip. So, you know, she went in elsewhere and couldn't get it. So that was first mistake. And I went, there. So she went in the right place and she used a butterfly clip. Lo and behold, she got blood first time. I don't know what it is, but an injection, it doesn't bother me when they are sucking it out. But you see, I had an injection in both arms because I have this B12 every 12 weeks. But while I was there, she said, do you want your flu jab while I'm here? And I went, yeah, you may as well. I don't watch Hollyoaks, Amjad. I'll admit to watching EastEnders, but I don't watch Hollyoaks. I've never have done. So yeah, you know, over the years, I mean, you know, at one time all my veins clapped, and you know they tried going out my neck, even out my foot. You know, they tried over the years getting it from everywhere. So yeah, you know, if all else fails, they try it back in my hand. You know, but over the years, same as I say, I've had quite a few illnesses, and they've tried in my foot, in my neck, you name it. I love how you welcome me in Jeanette's live stream when you shout out my name. You're amazing. Yeah, I think she's gone back home now, hasn't she? I'm not sure. Bianca came back when oh, that was supposed to be getting married. She supposedly come back for her wedding, but not Tiffany. That's with ginger hair, isn't it? Oh, I'm getting brain fog. I can't think of her name. Her that was supposed to be getting married in. I'm O negative as well, Tony. So yeah, I'm a no. It not Tiffany. Tiffany's there with little ginger hair. That was supposed to be getting married. I forgot her name now. Oh, I don't know. Bianca's a mother. No, it isn't Bianca. Yeah, I'm an O negative blood group, Tony. So, but you see, I'm O negative, and that's a bit more rare than just your plain old O, if you know what I mean. And hiya, Crimson, how are you? The only problem being with me being O negative is when I've had my children, I've had to have what they call an anti-D injection, because more often than not, your child is a different blood group to you. And if, like, obviously they feed through the placenta and everything, but if you pass anything on to them, and the bloods interact, it can kill them. So, you have to, like, more or less all my children, I think all but one, I've had to have these injections after they were born. So the one that I did, where I didn't have to have it, meant that the baby had got the same blood group as me. He's only 19, Amjad says.
Oh.
So yeah, so that's the story behind that. With me being O negative, and obviously, I sort of really don't know a lot about it, but I do know that once the child's born, they're probably going to have a different blood group to you, and it's so you don't pass antibodies to the child or something like that. So you have to have this injection or something or other. So, but you see, when I were expecting Callum, and we had that car accident. I'm O positive common. But when we had that car accident and they rushed me to hospital, and because I'd got seatbelt and everything around me and I was pregnant, they says, well, you could have an internal bleed or something, but we want to be on the safe side. And they gave me that anti-D in the accident and emergency. So, yeah. So, like they didn't want to sort of risk, if I had a bleed or something internally. So they gave me this anti-D just in case while I were actually in the accident and emergency. And you have these, like a card to say that you're negative. So, but yeah, O blood type is a common one, but I'm not so common because I'm the O negative. Okay, I'll take a long walk on a short pee. They love each other, really.
Yeah, love-hate relationship.
Yeah. They don't really mean it, they love each other, really.
Gail does, but I think Bella does.
Lol, Bella getting sassy already. So I've had my birthday presents already. They my slippers that Chris got me from Callum.
No, who did?
I says, you got them from Callum.
Oh, from Alan.
Yeah. So they my new slippers. The others were falling off my feet. So I says to Chris says, do you want me to wrap them? I went, no, I'm going to wear them. Against my better judgment. No, it's not till Sunday, Crimson. But they went into town today. So I asked Chris, he says, what do you want? So I says, well, the two things that I need are a new mixer, which he's bought me. I've belated about 12 months. So he's got me the mixer, one of these hand mixers, because I needed it. Eh? Yeah, you can do. And I says, it's no good buying me something that I'm not going to use, etc. So I says, the two things that I need are a pair of slippers and a new mixer. Oh, Gordon Bennett, another one now. CCTV user says Thomas Cook looks like it's going to go in bust. Leaving 180,000 people stranded abroad.
Watch it, it's a bit.
Yeah, it is a bit wobbly, isn't it? I think it's a bit top heavy. Now that's my new mixer. Oh. And it's got its own stand and everything, look. And a thing for your plug. So yeah. So
hang that on wall, it can fall off and eat your ear.
Yeah, but there's a thing that you can.
I know, but I'm sure that this has got to fit in.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to put the things in and that balances it out. Crimson says that's really sexy and shiny. And they're fighting over yeah, it don't seem like a year since she came over, does it, Bella? She says, we were with you last birthday. And Richard says, I could think of worse places to be stranded. And Tony says, I'll be there first, Amjad. I have dibs on that cake and a cup of coffee. Amjad says, Tony, I will bring the hot chocolates. Tony and Amjad, it's like military planning to bring them home. Bella says, Steve, how the hell are mixers shiny? Get a grips. I think she means sexy. See, I know you better than you do yourself, Bella. I knew what you meant. Tony and Amjad are fighting over cake. But I put a vlog up this afternoon, and Keith, other week, Dennis was saying, are you moving to Leicester? Today, Keith put, you moving to Cleethorpes and you're going to bake for me. And they were arguing over, Chris and Keith were arguing over my cakes. And I went, I says, nah, boys. I says, there's no need to fight over it. So like we've got Tony and Amjad fighting over the cake, and then on my vlog we've got Keith and Chris fighting over my cake. Jeanette makes awesome cakes, Amjad. I agree. We have to do a cake tasting video vlog whilst at Jeanette's.
Hello.
Sausage surprise. She's on the back, Jean Slater, a sausage surprise. So I don't know who that strange man was in the background. Sausage and leek pie. Oh, that don't float the boat. I don't know why. Sausage and leek. Ugh.
It's the leak bit.
Chris goes out, we sneak in and taste the cake while he's away.
I'm not going out no more. I'm going to stick in the cake.
A Malteser cake was lovely. It tasted lovely as well. Our Callum liked it. So yeah, I mean the one that I've uploaded today. When did I make it? About Monday, Tuesday.
Right, yeah.
I know it was earlier on in week, and it's a funny combination because you make it with raspberries, but you put half of the raspberries in custard. You know, when you actually put half of the cake mixture in, put the custard bit in, and then top it up with the rest of the cake. And I'm thinking, this is never going to work. You know what I mean? It's a weird combination, but it turned out perfect. So, you know what I mean? I were a bit dubious of it at first, thinking, well, you know, how's the cake going to set with custard and raspberries in the middle of it? But it did. It turned out fine. I'm liking how Tony's saying, Jeanette makes plenty, Chris. I will save you a piece.
Yeah, but by the time you get here, I will have bet it.
Oh dear. But I mean, like I was talking to my lady this morning, and I says, well, I mean, Bella can tell you, Keith can tell you, Ian can tell you, and Dennis and everything. I sort of, if we have visitors here, I always make cake. If we go visiting anybody, I always make cake. You'll like Gail then, Steve. She's a complete lemon. Hi, Ray. How are you? Is it Ray or is it Amy?
Which one is
it? Because when they came in the other day, it rained me, and then Ray came in under another one, didn't he? I will get there the day before Chris and time travel whilst you out. But yeah. But it's like been one of them days. I mean, I was at doctor's this morning. We came back. Chris roping to get out with the drone. Oh, it's Ray. It roping to get out with the drone. Then he had a message from this guy at Bramall Lane and saying, you know, can you come down at 2:00? So, plus after they'd been to see this guy at Bramall Lane, they went into town to get my mixer and my slippers. So it's sort of been one of them days where, you know, they've been in and out like something not right. Funny thing is, though, Amjad, way back when I first started doing my baking vlogs, that was a chocolate malt cake. But I actually made a Malteser cake way back. And funny thing is, it's had like nearly 500 views, that has. But what I've been trying to do, and Chris will back me up on this over the last few days, I've been going through all my old baking vlogs, and I've been doing like, because I can do the thumbnails and everything now for them. I've been going back and replacing all the thumbnails on my old videos. So yes, I'll be happy with a coffee and a chat. I couldn't hide behind the sofa.
Oh, Gail's going.
Okay then, Gail. Have a good rest. Do you know what will be the next Hitchcock?
What? Hitchcock?
Weren't he? Didn't he write films? Oh dear.
And books.
Yeah. Oh, a famous director. Well, funny thing is,
the birds.
in some of the videos, you can actually see, like Chris pointing, like when to speak and when he's the director. Like in one, you can see his shadow going like this, point, like that. So yeah, Pixie's the director. And it's it's a joint effort, really. Yeah, you've got a clapperboard, Chris. I tell you what, he does want CC. He wants one of these director's chairs so he can sit there, in the background. Because my problem is, like, when I'm doing the vlogs, and you could I do a lot of erming. Chris said, now cut out the erms. But it's like when I don't know what to say, and I'm sort of and I do that a lot. So a lot of the time Chris has to edit that bit out. So there is some like erms in it. And it's like when I'm sort of saying the ingredients, I get like all I'm doing it again, going I get sort of muddled. And some of the videos, it can't edit things out, but I do like get all of a kerfuddle, let's just say. So yeah, but we get there in end. Yeah. Action. Jeanette comes in with a cake for cake tasting. We have a cup of coffee during tasting. Next minute, Pixie arrives. Where's my cake? Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, not being. You shut that door again.
I have a problem here.
I'm sweating conkers. So yeah, I mean, we work well as a team. I mean, he puts me on right track, and he'll say, don't say this or don't say that. Just sort of blunt and straight to the point. No.
Put it in the tin.
Yeah. Yeah. He says, don't sort of go round houses, and he says, just say the ingredients. Only thing that people need to know is what temperature cooker needs going on and what sort of tin that it goes in. So yeah, but I do get a bit in a kerfuffle every now and again, but Chris sort of steers me on the right track. So I'm trying to think what we're doing tomorrow. Can't think. No. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to make my own birthday cake. What I've decided I'm going, because I were undecided whether to like make a chocolate birthday cake, but I made one of them last year. So what I'm going to do is like the Smarties tray bake thing. Don't let Pixie get into the porn business. So yeah, so I've decided I'm going to do the Smarties tray bake thing. And then I'm hoping to make some cupcakes as well.
Birthday cake is good anytime. I agree, lad.
But I'm not obviously not going to vlog the Smarties tray bake thing because I've already vlogged it. So I'm going to make some cupcakes. What is it? Raspberry and lemon cupcakes, something like that, or muffins or whatever. Yeah, well, knowing. And Dad says, shush, Jeanette, don't tell him I put chocolate balls on Pixie's bed pillow. Well, knowing Chris, I mean, is that such a sound sleeper? Can you imagine him waking up next morning and this chocolate bar all being squished against his face? I'm laughing at CCTV. Jeanette and Pixie make the most disgusting hardcore food porn I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, I mean, Chris is a really heavy sleeper, and he probably won't notice it on his pillow. And I can imagine him getting up next morning, and this chocolate bar being stuck to his cheek. Hey, we've got Ian Matthews.
Get in that shed and whack that heater on, lad.
Oh dear.
He's back when he thought you'd left.
Amjad says I can't stop laughing. Oh dear.
Oh, we used to have some right laughs on live, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time on Marbury Street.
Yeah. But it's like since I've been going live at night time. I mean, like I went live Wednesday, I went live Monday. And after I'd shut it down on Wednesday night, and I went, do you know something? I really enjoyed that because we all had a laugh, and that's the name of the game. We're just here to, get on with one another and have a laugh.
Yeah, it's a coffee stroke beer evenings. Not the mornings. Yeah,
CCTV users I feel these late night streams work better than the coffee mornings. Ray says, just some Halloween sweets for October. Yeah. I mean, I can do like Halloween baking.
You did a Halloween cake last year.
Yeah, it was that slime thing, weren't it?
Slime cake thing.
Yeah, it were, but it weren't. It weren't real slime. It was custard, coloured green. But yeah, I could probably do some Halloween themed cupcakes. I mean, there's plenty of them about, or Suddenly Jean comes in Jeanette's house, sausage surprise. Oh dear. Hey, we've got Johnny Five in as well.
Johnny Five is alive. He's gonna get that every time.
So yeah, I mean, there's one or two. I've seen one or two Halloween like cupcake things. You know what I mean? Could do a special Halloween bake, but dress up in Halloween gear. Oh yeah. Chris not have to because he just come as he is.
It's rare,
so yeah.
Halloween video with that,
Even Ian's saying Johnny Five is alive. Always just finished his weights. He says it's chill time. Yeah, Jeanette is on fire tonight. I'm glad somebody is on my side, CCTV user.
Here we are. I found it. 114 views.
So yeah.
This is a Halloween cake.
What?
This is a Halloween cake.
Oh, that one that I did before.
Yeah.
Oh, the slime. I forgot what it's called now. That's the link to the one I did last year. I think it was the slime cake. It says, "Are you tipsy? You'll be lucky, and I'm only on water."
Yeah, I've opened the can of Foster's and she's pissed now.
Yeah. Chris in the corner's the one that's drinking. I've just got water, look, and believe it or not, it is water. Oh look. I've just had an email saying I'm live after I've been live how long? About an hour. They're a bit slow on the uptake there. There is. Sorry about this. I'm just getting my water. They do, you know, all over the place. But obviously, I mean, it's like, oh, he's going in an underground cave, is Ray.
Doing what?
He's going in an underground cave. He says, I've got to go going underground in a cave.
Oh.
Well, you see, this is the thing, Tony. I've had no end of people, like, I've had like emails saying that people have subscribed to me, but my subscriber count ain't gone up at all.
Cave dwellers.
Well, that's what I'm drinking, Ian. So if I'm pissed on water.
It's vodka.
No, it ain't. It's water.
See you, Bella. Night night.
Okay then. Night, Bella. Have a good rest. Mind you, it's easier said than done, I know. My lady says I'm going in the shower, Jeanette. No peeking, Pixie. Oh dear. Oh dear. So yeah, it is only water. So oh dear.
My premiere, which is soon, I'll come back after. All right, I'm done. Is that what his premiere?
Oh, he says he's going to weigh himself Monday, being 2 weeks.
Oh, and he's got a slip.
Ian's bragging. Oh, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. CCTV user says check for the hidden GoPro in the shower. But you see now like when people look at your channel, it says on mine 1.52k.
Yeah, I hate that.
But you can't actually see the true.
You your video manager.
I do, but I don't know where to look for it.
Stop there. Snob lol.
Johnny says I'm drinking arrogant spring water. Oh dear. Well, I'm not. I'm drinking Volvic. I'm going to say it's only because it's on offer.
Any more than 40 here, that's it. You're not paying no more.
Corporation pot. Hiya, Carla. How are you? We see what it is. I mean, some as I say, we do buy pop, but we only buy sugar free. But I find that if I drink any amount of pop, I get all gassed up and I'm burping and you know. So I like to drink it's flavoured, it's lemon and lime flavoured, but still. But Callum drinks the sparkly water. It says no, the proper stuff, a 4-pack. So yeah, but yeah, that diet stuff is supposed to be the worst kind with the chemicals in it. Well, it's not diet, it's just like sugar free. I'm drinking Burton-on-Trent spring water, aka Carling. But yeah, I mean it says natural flavour.
Council pop is the best.
Thank you.
Sorry. There she is.
Oh, apparently this is made by Danone. And it's actually bottled and whatever. Well, it's bottled in, it says UK and Ireland, but the address is in London.
Oh, get it, Bill.
Oh, hiya, Kyle, how are you? So I think this Volvic's a mixed bag, really. It says UK and Ireland, but it's got a London address, and then underneath that it's some French wording. So you know, it's a bit of everything. What you're looking at?
Oh, I'm just thinking I should swallow this one. It's only a bit left.
Well, no, drink that what you've got in your glass first. For the last couple of months, both or all of us has been poorly, but we're getting there. We on the up and up, you know. We're getting there. Let's just say I've had cellulitis. Chris has had cellulitis. Then I had a throat and a chest infection, and but we're getting there. You know, I think we've turned a corner. I think we've had enough of this year so far. Go the All Blacks in the Rugby World Cup. Yeah. As I was saying, I think we're at Wednesday night.
What?
We got on about drones and everything, and Chris sold his Spark to buy the Osmo Pocket, but then I got the backdated pip, so I says to him, I bought him that Mavic. So,
Mavic?
Yeah. So a friend of his was selling it, and the updated, you know, the backdated pics came through. So I says, well, I'll tell you what, you know, I know you missed the drone, so I bought him, you know. See you morning.
Well, good night, everybody.
I thought that Foster's were 360.
Oh yeah, well, what did I put?
You've put 460.
Oh yeah, 360.
Yeah, I thought it were. It says Pixie's spoiled. He's getting, well, that's exactly what I've told him, CCTV user. You know, I says, well, being as you've got that, oh, well, he sold the Spark to get the Osmo Pocket. And then I says to him, I says, well, I know you miss having a drone. And then he sort of came home one day after he'd been out with Yorkshire Drone Seekers, and he says one of his mates was selling this Mavic Pro. So I says, ask him how much he wants for it. So yeah, just see what he's put. Yeah. He says you can have your Xmas dinner and think yourself lucky, boy. And I said exactly, because his birthday's towards the end of November as well. And I says, well, that can be your birthday present and your Christmas present as well. So I'll probably just like get him some stocking fillers, you know, some socks and some undercrackers and naff all else, basically. It's the same as I've always said it. I mean, at the end of the day, so long as Callum enjoys himself, so long as he's sort of not, you know, get him a man thong. Can you just... I posted in the group because there was this thing come up on Facebook, and I think it was Sun, and it says over the weekend it's going to be 27 degrees, and I posted it in the group, and it says it's going to be warmer than the Mediterranean. So Chris put a comment underneath, I best go and get a mankini then, and I put, hell no.
That's it, mankini.
Oh dear. No, roasties. Well, you see, Johnny, roasties is my speciality. Chris cooks a Sunday dinner, but I always do the roast potatoes.
Get bad and man thong, no homo.
No, you wouldn't. Take it from me, CCTV user. No, you wouldn't. You're forgetting I see him naked every night, so no. I beg to differ.
Yeah, I was saying I would love no homo, he says.
But yeah, you know, I mean, he's not exactly gorillas in the mist, but he's sort of not far behind. I'm trying to think of a polite way of putting it.
What,
Let's
what,
just
fat
say.
bugger?
No, about hair.
Oh, about here.
Body hair.
Oh, not at all.
Oh dear. Look again. We can swap places if you want. I do all the Xmas dinner, or we be getting it Boxing Day. Oh no.
No.
It says the potato skins peelings.
Don't
Oh
think bin, lad.
no.
Can't be no eating them.
Well, I tell you what. What we do is I cut the roast potatoes up, and then I boil them for about 5 minutes. And then sort of before we stopped having salt, I used to, once they'd been boiled for about 5 minutes, put them on the roasting tray, spray them with a little bit, because I have that spray oil stuff. I used to sprinkle a little bit of salt on them to make the outer a lot more crispy, but we haven't even got any salt in ours. So what I do now is I just boil them, spray some oil on top, and put them in oven. So she's posh, she shops at Asda for the no. Well, who's that? What's that make? Who's that make that? It's a posh make anyway. I just get Asda's own make. It's a lot cheaper. So you know, but it's a lot simpler. Like the roasting tray, I just spray a bit of oil on it, get my pastry brush, and you know, so they don't stick to the pan. So but every Sunday, because we always have a Sunday roast, and every Sunday, the minute we sit down to his dinner, Chris will say to Callum, he'll say, do you know what's best thing about Sunday lunch? And Callum will say, yeah, you're going to say roast potatoes, aren't you? And he says it every week.
Yes.
It's a gas cooker. Yeah, it's a gas cooker. Now me and Callum got the job at the Lane Weekend shop at Lidl. Don't you mean Aldi?
Lidl and Aldi.
Oh.
You've got a bone.
Yeah. And Asda in meantime. Well, you see the reason why we like going to Asda is just sort of like 5 minutes down the road. It's not a massive Asda, it's only like one of these, you know, like hi Tim's World, how are you? It like you get your Tesco Extra, it's a smaller version of the big Asda. But at the one where near us, they ain't got a lot of stuff that they've got in the big Asda. House? Oh, I think that's supposed to mean bathroom.
Bathroom. Yeah. Bathroom. There's a Batman in the bathroom.
So yeah, what Chris were referring to earlier on, they've actually got part-time jobs at Bramall Lane. Well, you see what we've got. It's like 10 minutes down road. We've got Answorth. It's a superstore. But that's where we're going to do like a big shop. But I go in, they've got these mobility buggies. So, but that is a superstore. You know, that is the big one. It's got 2 floors, that one, has it, Answorth. But what you know, it's like, what, 2 minutes in car, isn't it? But it's a smaller, it's like on a little bit of a, what they call not an industrial estate, but there's like pound stretcher. There's pound stretcher. There's not bed. What's that bed shop called? United Carpets and Beds. And then over other side, there's Home Bargains, which used to be a Netto, but that closed down. Magnet Bathrooms or something. Is there about 3 or 4 on the other side? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we see. I wouldn't be able to get around if we didn't if they didn't have scooters, CCTV users. But you see, down at our Asda, I tend to sit in car while Chris goes in because they don't have them down at Little Asda. They've only got them at the big Asda. Like our Asda, it being a superstore, they've got a cafe. They've got an upstairs where they do like they've got a George. And then they've got like video games, televisions, printers, hoovers, you know, all the electrical stuff and everything upstairs. So if it weren't for, you know, having these scooters out, I you know, Chris would have to go on his own. Because you know, it's same as you say, it's far too big and I won't be able to get around. Ah, well, you see, I've when we were at Almonshire that day, there was this woman, and she'd even got like this. It's a ramp, but she just pressed this button, and this ramp, it was electrical, weren't it? And the ramp just came out, and I think it were. She got after a scooter, she took this off, took that off, and then it like pressed this button and it went up this ramp and in back in booted car. So I do know that they actually do the ramp things as well. You know, the no sort of lumping about or anything. But you see, the problem I have is with me being big, I'd have to have a more heavy duty scooter if we were to have one, you know, to put it back a car. And they'd probably be too big to fit it back boot at car.
They'd not be too big.
Yeah, but I can't really have a lightweight scooter, can I?
No, not be too big though.
But you know, I mean, like this woman, she were on her own, and I think it was one day when we went to Royal Almonshire for something. I think we went for Chris or something. And same as I say, it were like one of these lightweight buggy things, but she got like a, same as I say, she just pressed this button in the back of the car, and this like ramp swung out and went to the floor. You know, like a ramp that you get in these adapted buses and whatever. It was a bit similar to that, but like one that goes in boot to your car. So you know, I mean, if you know, same as I said to Chris, that's ideal if you like a woman like her that was on her own. You know, you ain't got faff about getting it in and out the boot, because it were like a ramp thing. Oh, yeah. You see, you know, when we got the car, we could have had adaptions to it, but because we're having it on the mobility, I think we'd have got the adaptions for nothing. He had to bring Yorkshire into it. He says that it's like a Yorkshire tea bag. Johnny says it's like a Yorkshire tea bag. So, well, you see, this is it, and like if you read the leaflets that you get with it, the whole idea of this mobility is to get people such as yourself and me being able to go out more often. Now, like this morning, our doctor's is like just 5 minutes up road, but the fact of the matter is it's all uphill. And if we hadn't got the car, I'd have probably had to got a taxi.
There's a fortune in that taxi, isn't it?
Oh dear. But what lotto cash is that?
The lotto money that they raise.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but that's got no to do with it, has it?
Well, it should go instead of going to the arts and all that rubbish.
It says, did you remember the blue fiberglass cars they used to only give on Motability? Yeah, I mean, that was sort of like way back then, weren't it? Well, that's what it's supposed to be. Bar steward took my car. Bar steward? Yeah. But anyway, some as I say, 30 years ago. I will say I can sort of vaguely remember it because they were like a light blue colour, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I mean, I've always said this year, I know we've got the car on Motability. But same as I said to Chris, what you've never had, you never miss. So yeah, the extra money that I get for the, for the enhanced rate of mobility, it pays for the car. And same as I said to Chris, what you never had, you don't miss, do you?
Can't say this car is mine.
Yeah, it says mobility pumps tons of 3-year-old cars back in. Well, you see, that's it. Because they sort of can't. You can get like used ones on the mobility scheme, but same as I said to Chris, well, why have a used car when you can have a brand new one every 3 years? I had 4, then they took it off me for new pip. Well, you see, funny thing is, Johnny, I weren't getting disability living allowance or anything. And I applied for disability. And at the time, I had to go for one of these, when all this Atos stuff were going off, I had to go for an assessment for me employment support allowance when it moved from income, what were it?
Income base.
No, it were, what did it change from? Incapacity benefit, that's it. When it changed from incapacity benefit to ESA, I had to go for an assessment. Now, they turned around to me and said that I were fit enough to work.
Yeah.
So I appealed it. But in the meantime, I'd applied for DLA as well. And they based their decision on the fact that Atos had said that I were fit for work. So straight off at bat, no, you're not eligible for it. Ian's going to bed. Thank you for coming in anyway, Ian.
Yeah, don't forget to lock your shed up.
So anyway, I had to go for this assessment when it went from incapacity benefit to ESA. And of course, there were a big hoo-ha about this Atos at the time. And they said basically I were fit for work and blah, 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 where I could hardly walk. So I appealed against that, but in the meantime, I'd applied for DLA, and because they based their decision purely on the fact that them at Atos had said I were fit enough to work. Hiya, karate.
Oh, he's not in, is he?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going then.
So yeah, so I appealed the Atos decision and won it. And by the time I'd appealed the DLA, they'd gone on to this PIPS. So I think it was Citizens Advice says to me, well, still carry on with the appeal against the DLA, but in the meantime, apply for PIPS. So that's what I did. I got come back. I were on enhanced rate care package or whatever for this PIPS and just a standard rate of mobility. And I'd got the letter when I had this appeal hearing for this DLA, what they, refused me in first place. So I goes in to this appeal hearing, and the three, this supposed to be an independent, a doctor, and a judge or something. There were like three of them. So they were going in, how does it affect you, blah, blah, blah. Why do you feel that, you need to appeal against it? I says, well, put it this way. And I got this letter out. I says, well, look, here. I says, here's the proof. I says, I got advised by the Citizens Advice. I says, beforehand, I says, to apply for the PIPS. I says, and there you go. I says, I've got the enhanced rate of care part package. I says, and the standard rate. I says, the mobility. Oh, right. I says, there it is. It's in black and white. Here, you're welcome to read it. And they had a look at it. Right, you can go out into the waiting room. We'll be back shortly to give you a decision. Right. Within 2 or 3 minutes, can you come back in, Mrs. Pickering? We went back in. Your appeal's been upheld. I think I got about 3 years back pay.
Yeah.
Job done. I got me ESA because I won that appeal as well. And I won the appeal for DLA because they based their decision solely on the decision that Atos had made as regarding me being fit for work. So that went out at window. So yeah, and I when I said circumstances had changed with this PIPS and whatever, and they says, in what way has it, and I says, well, I can hardly walk. I says, my knee keeps popping out of joint. I says, I keep having panic attacks, blah, blah, blah. And first thing she said to me were, you're able to use lift, aren't you? And I knew from old that that's the first where they try to trip you up. So I says, yeah, I can use a lift. I says, but I'm not going to. So she says, well, what do you mean? I says, well, look at it this way. I says, I get up in that lift. I says, and I go up however many flights or on 3rd floor or whatever. I says, what happens? I says, if there's a fire. I says, I can't come down no stairs. I says, and the first thing that they do is turn the lift off. I says, so I'm stuck up there in a burning building. But that were the first way they tried to trip me up on that one, and I refused. I says, no. I says, I'm not going in lift. I says, you ask on them forms that you fill in, is there any specifications that that you need? And I says, yes, I need a downstairs room. So yeah, so that was first, but I were ready for them because they tried it once before. And I'd said, look, I says, it's all right me getting up there. I says, but what happens if there's a fire? I says, I can't come down however many sets or flights of stairs. I says, so I'll be stuck up there in a burning building.
I've got back.
Hiya, Easy, how are you?
There we go. Here's here is Bobby Care.
You know, and that's basically, you see, our specific, you know, have you got any specific requirements? And I went, yeah, it's got to be a downstairs consultation room. So, Easy, we were talking to Kate the other night on about we might have a trip over to Wales because we understand you've got the Mavic Air, and Chris has got the Mavic Pro as well. Well, you see, where I sort of scored extra points is I have panic attacks and I have anxiety and everything. So basically, the class that is having, you know, sausage surprise. Can you say sausage surprise? So yeah, I mean, we were talking about it other night to Kate and said like, I think it's October. I think when kids break up at end of October sometime. Oh, he's upgraded from a Phantom 3. That was first drone you ever had, weren't it? Phantom 3.
Phantom 3 standard.
Yeah.
Fell out of the sky. It's what to do.
I've got one of those as well, CCTV user. It's like a bus pass for me and a carer. But, you know, I mean, we hardly ever use it since we got car. But my premiere was a top 5 body mist and reviewing a Primark version of Chanel. Ooh.
I'll watch that later or tomorrow.
I've got a good idea. Reclaim and tell them their bullshit sent me a bit mental. Mavic Air is an amazing drone.
The magic.
He's put Mavic underneath. But you see, same as I said to Kate other night, Easy, you and Chris, aka Pixie, could go out with the drones and me and Kate can have a good old natter. Yeah, we see that's one of the reasons why Chris went from the Phantom 4 to the Spark, because it were a lot more convenient. He'd got a great big backpack on his back and everything. But then he wanted the Osmo Pocket, so we traded the Spark in for that, and then I bought him the Mavic Pro. So yeah, I mean, you know, if you want, oh, you only got it to take to America. Did they let you take it to America then?
Keep it. Oh, if you don't want it, just give it to me.
But yeah, I mean, you know, if you want any tips and whatever, I mean, you know.
I've got a tip, don't crash it.
I wish we were allowed drone aerials on our roofs and could fly from my armchair. Do I like Chanel? I've never actually had any Chanel. Not into these. I don't really wear a lot of perfume, to be quite honest with you. I occasionally wear it when I go out, but as a rule, I don't wear a lot of perfume. I've got a really sensitive skin, and like, if it don't agree with me, it brings me all out in red itchy blotches and whatever, you know what I mean? She likes the scent of Pixie.
Not will I be sweating all day today.
Hey, wakey.
Wakey, wakey.
So yeah, you know, it's same as I say, I hardly ever wear perfume. See, I've got really such sensitive skin, you know what I mean? That's the bugbear of it all. And funnily enough, I mean, I don't know whether you can see, I have to I've got like a CPAP machine. I have to have a CPAP machine, and I think it's like chafed on my face, and I've got like it looks like I've had a blister. So yeah. Odie Bogwatter. Well, you see that this is the thing. I mean, when we were chit-chatting to this woman outside doctors, and she, she said to him, she says, "Do you miss it?" And he went, "Not one bit." He says, "I don't miss it at all."
Don't miss the aggro.
No, he's a lot happier. Well, a lot saner as well, since it were doing his head in. Let's just say, when he worked, and he's been a lot better since he packed up work. High karate for me. When we were on about old, they were Old Spice, weren't they? In Brook 33, I think. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, I agree with CCT. They started taking advantage of him.
You're not kidding.
And this is no word of a lie, CCTV user. After we'd had this conversation with this woman, and we were coming back home in car, and I says to Chris, I says, it's the old scenario. You don't know what you miss until it's gone. And I think they're suddenly realising that. Cheeky beggar. Oh dear. But yeah, and it is. They used to treat him absolute shite, to be quite honest with you. Spreading love on Tom's show too. Who's Tom? He's related to Dick or Harry. But yeah, and it's the old scenario. Obviously, because same as Chris says, he says, "Well, I'm not blowing my own trumpet or anything." He says, "But me and John were the best cleaners in Sheffield." He says, and yeah, he is. He goes domino on a Friday night, and it's they treat you like crap. But now you're not there, and now John's ill. I says it's a case of shit hitting the fan, basically, because they're not, whoever it is that's cleaning ain't getting nothing done. So I wouldn't say a nighttime stream, because Hazy's live on a Sunday night, isn't he?
Competition's good.
Wakey says trumpet, I prefer the trombone. But yeah. But same as I said, I mean, that's what you get when you treat your employees like crap. It comes back to bite them on the bum, and it sure has done. So so yeah, and it's same as I say, I don't have to get a taxi or whatever when I go to doctors, because I do go to doctors quite a bit. I've got hospital appointments. It's a case of we just get in car and
CCTV users be trying to find a live sex toy testing stream.
What?
Pornhub's good for that.
Trying to find a live sex toy testing. Oh dear. You could have somebody's eye out with it. M key stuck again. Oh dear.
So did they what? No, stop it. I'm not saying no.
So, have you had any luck so far, CCTV user?
That'd be bad for them all.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, have you had any luck? Don't fancy it. Don't you making me laugh again? dear. Non-Jeanette for some reason. Well, now, ain't that a bugger?
Well, we know what Wakey watches. The Babe Station.
Babe Station. Cheers. Thank you, my dear.
Well, you were asking.
Well, I just says out of curiosity. I didn't say I wanted to go and have a look.
Yeah, we believe you.
Well, it's amazing what you can find on Google.
I think CCTV users need to go on the dark web.
Oh dear.
There's someone there, mate.
Oh dear. I remember Babe Station on Sky when internet wasn't a thing, the softest titillation ever.
I'm missing it. I like it.
Oh, I'm definitely going to have no all limited ads.
That's getting me a lot bothered. What's all this porn talk?
You're getting him all hot and sweaty over there. Is that toting door?
I'm stripping off now.
Oh, I can't stop laughing. My eyes are streaming.
Oh
dear,
Keith. Oh dear.
Keith don't know what he's missing, does he?
He watches it back. Fixes in the heat.
Oh dear, I don't know about him. I'm sweating conkers. Oh dear. Mine's for a different reason, though. Mine's called menopause.
I think I need a stingy after all.
I'm going to hide it, Wakey. He says, take the Sky remote off him, Jeanette. I'm going to have to find a good hiding place for it. Oh, dear.
I've got a mobile with 4G then, isn't it?
Oh, dear. Keith would slam his drink on the table and leave the room reading this. He's probably watching.
That would be hello, Keith, in the background.
Yeah, if you're watching, Keith, you know, I hope you're taking notes, Keith. Oh dear. You see, same as I say, Friday Funday. You can see why it's called Friday Funday.
Yeah, it's after 9 o'clock watershed, so we're all right.
Yeah, and as in the description, I put life's too short not to laugh and have fun.
God,
So
did you pussy?
CCTV says, fancy a threesome? Oh no, thank you. Sorry, Keith.
Tonight's the time, boys.
Remember, Jeanette, there's a recall button so you can check and see what the last channel watched was. It'll probably be Chris that's checking, see if I've watched anything untoward. I have trouble sleeping. It's me that comes down in middle at night.
I think I've come down about twice, haven't I?
Oh, yeah.
And I caught it because she suddenly changed it, turned off button.
Yeah, right. I don't even have blooming telly on. I watch it on laptop instead. Oh dear, what like Midsummer Murders? Oh, talk of the devil! I told you we're watching. Yeah, we've just been talking about you, Keith. We've just been on about
He knows.
He says, no lie, I went to a stripper's once. She took her knickers off and put them on my head. I died of shock.
Just got in from Dom's, right? Just got in.
Yeah,
we've idea about 30 minutes, Keith.
Yeah, I'm going to say we've just been talking about dildos and Babe Station and oh dear, Does anybody want to recap and tell Keith what we've been talking about?
Copy and paste is a wonderful thing.
Just scroll back in chat, Keith, and you'll see what we've been talking about. It got.
I would have done also cut user. Cut user. Who's cut user?
It says, I notice Keith comes in when we start talking about filth, you perv. Oh dear. Well, we've got to laugh, haven't we?
Don't laugh, you'll cry.
Oh, this is it. I've done no but keep wiping my eyes with tissue. I've laughed that much. Oh dear. Oh dear. How we got onto this? How did we get onto this subject in first place?
I think it was CCTV TV users dirty mind that done it.
Oh yeah. He's been looking for what were it? Let me just scroll back. He's CCTV user said, Keith, I've been trying to find a live sex toy testing stream. That's what started it off. So it's all CCTV users' fault. Yeah, he says it's been a blast tonight. We've had a laugh. That's the main thing, you know. You've got to laugh, haven't you? So Richard says he's lost. I'm not explaining it all again, Richard. Yeah.
I can't shut up on this street.
Yeah, it's all CCTV users' fault. He said he'd been looking for a review of sex toys on YouTube. So he says, whoop, I've said I all over YouTube, lol back.
You missed it all, Johnny.
So yeah, you've missed all dirty talk, Johnny.
Hope you can get me in on the Liverpool game. I'm skiving for 90 minutes, Keith.
So yeah, if you want anybody to blame, it's CCTV. It's all his fault. What got on us on about dildos and
yeah.
He says I've already changed my boxes twice. And Chris has got he's got that hot under collar.
I want to strip off.
He says, should we do a collab on that subject? Yeah, Chris has got that hot under collar. He's in corner and he's got door open and he's had to take his.
Wakey's been instigated, I tell you. It takes CCTV users instead of you looking for Babe Station.
It says, damn Mr. Sex Chat flipping heck.
That's why you should stay in here, Johnny.
I'm not inserting anything into your rectum, Keith. Sorry, mate. Well, you should know by now, Carla. Sometimes the chat can get a little bit, yeah, a bit shady, if you know what I mean. But normally Carla comes in mid, you know, and she says, and then she says, what have I walked into? Hiya, James, how are you?
I know, James, lad. Johnny says he's going to fight my way.
Wakey says, don't say Pixie slipped off his onesie.
I slipped off my onesie into my bikini.
Oh, dear. Okay, then. Thank you, Tony.
I'm sure CCTV users got cameras because there's a way things owes a strap on.
Do you? It's news to me.
See you later, Tony.
See you later, Tony. Thanks for coming in.
As soon as you said strap on, Tony says, that's it, I'm out of here.
But it says in the description, life's too short not to laugh and have fun, and it's true.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I was going to say, you should have come in about half an hour earlier, James. It got really, you know, close to the knuckle, let's just say.
Demonetization's coming.
It'll definitely be limited or no ads on this one.
Jeanette's getting a strike.
Oh
Sorry, I'm having before.
dear.
4th pint for Pixie.
But you see, I don't know how we managed to get on these subjects, you know what I mean? But we've had a laugh. Close to the knuckle, ain't that fisting? I won't know. I'm more sweet and innocent, me.
Yeah, me and all.
I've led a sheltered life.
Don't watch you, I like when we're best mates.
And no, he's not doing a question and answer on me. Life's too short to cycle down the M1, but it's only a matter of time.
Would rather you would we use them? What?
Dildos, I should imagine.
You don't need fists, do you, Keith?
I'm laughing at CCTV usually see what's put.
What's it for?
When I think of fisting, all I see is a vet's arm up a cow's ass. Oh, I won't like shoving my hand up a cow's bum.
No,
I won't like to shove it up anyway.
definitely not.
Oh dear. And I'm not creating a poll on the Facebook page either.
No. For Christopher Timothy's.
Oh dear.
Alright.
No, I won't have a vet's job for alt tea in China. Sorry, I ain't shoving my hand up anybody's bottom. But
I get the reviews on YouTube.
yeah, I don't care. I'm still not doing it.
Try out on Lucy.
Keith, you need a treble whiskey after all this to calm your nerves.
Probably got one.
Oh dear. I don't know about it. I think I could do with a drink, and I don't drink.
Yeah, I'm lucky because I've just pulled my last can out.
Is there any tea in China now? Oh dear. I might do if they offered me £1 million, like, but just got one with a dry ginger. Oh dear. Only Jeanette's stream low. Oh dear. I could do with a whiskey myself. I don't know about hotels.
Well, you get paid.
I don't even like whiskey. So there you go.
I got them cans of beer this evening, weren't it?
Oh dear.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall at the Ansumers Park.
Hey, but but this is the thing, CCTV user. Last time Keith were in, he says all the old ladies at the gathering that he goes to, they're on about having an Ann Summers party.
And it says they say that Keith wants to sell them.
And they're going to get Keith to sell them or model.
How much for this dildo? It vibrates. It's on a text 3 AAAs.
The gathering. Well, Keith's harem, let's just say. I think he's the only gentleman there.
Yes.
So yeah, they're on about having an Ann Summers party. I mean, Keith can tell you more about it. He says the older ones are the worst. Oh dear, I'm not saying nothing, Keith. Wakey says, my bad, Keith. Hi, Keith. Keith, away, peace, pin up. Oh dear. Oh, there's another bloke. Oh, I thought you were only a bloke that were there, Keith. Sorry about that. I can just see Keith there with his bag of tricks. Oh dear, you're lowering tone again, you men. There are no women in, apart from me.
That's Carla.
Yeah, Carla's not.
He's not in every week. Give us your
Oh dear.
I've already done that, lad.
Yes, you saw him on last one, karate. He did show his face.
I had to show my face earlier on.
So,
Yeah, but I've got the bad button.
oh, he's not there every week. Oh,
Keeps a regular.
so you've got an ally when he is there, then, Keith. It's like New Year's Eve all over again.
It was great, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it were. We had a laugh.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I'm talking now because I can't see keys to type.
yeah. Pixie gets all the girls on his stream.
You missed Bella and Gail in there.
Yeah, Gail and Bella's both been in Keith. You missed them. So yeah, them pairs been in.
Trouble and strife.
Okay then, Amjad. He says I'm going to get ready for bed. I'm going to shut up my laughing lol. I am going to head to the bathroom, wash my face with soap to shut it up. Get your drones out.
See you later, Amjad.
See you later, Amjad. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Don't forget my stream on Sunday.
Yeah, Chris is on about.
Or it might even be tomorrow night.
Yeah, Chris might do a live stream tomorrow night. But they were not around when it got to this. No, they weren't.
No.
Keith. Gail said she got me up early for work, and Bella went to think about quarter past. Were it about 10:15?
Yeah, I think she said she'll go back or something.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris is on about. He may do a live stream tomorrow night because it's somebody's birthday on Sunday. I don't know whose. So
Jeanette swiftly changes the subject. She will be attacking her.
Yeah, pick Saturday stream. Come on. Yeah. I think he ought to do a Saturday night stream.
With some more Fosters.
It's just thanks for the giggles, lol. I am going to shut up now. Is it mine?
I don't know. Could be. If you touched it, it's yours.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back on Monday.
Don't forget by tomorrow night.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, no, Chris will be going live tomorrow night. He's on about going live tomorrow night.
Saturday.
So
9 o'clock. So it's after Watershed.
yeah, just in case. I've already had my presents. Karate. I asked for 2 things and he's gotten me both. I want.
Shall I wrap them? No, I'm having them down.
Are we having a drinking stream? Well, Chris probably will be.
Yeah, I'm going to get some more Fosters, mate. I'm drunk for tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you mean on your community tab? You mean?
Make it what?
Make it 9 p.m. Then I'm just about sloshed enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm done. No worries.
Oh, he's off to in Ilkley on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he means like on your community tab, like I says, I'll be going live at 9 o'clock. You know, please join me or whatever. I can't remember.
The drunken picture live.
Oh yeah, Keith says I may come on as your co-presenter, so they'll have a drunken pixie and a drunken eagle again.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's it, Jeanette. Because you see, what I do it on my phone because you can only do your community tab thing on your phone.
No, you can't.
Well, I watched
Go on your own page and it's there.
Oh.
Done.
So yeah, you know, I mean, all it's got to put is, you know, I'll be doing a birthday stream for Jeanette at 9 p.m. on Saturday. Please come and join me or something like that. The 2 drunks. Well, you see what I did as well. I set the live stream up earlier on. I created the thumbnail And because you put it to broadcast on your YouTube channel, I think that notifies people as well. That's
So you'll
so.
have to do my thumbnail with 2 piss heads on it.
Only 2. I might even let him get me some Smirnoff Ice tomorrow night then.
Oh, bloody hell.
Mind you, Callum will probably want 2 of them.
More than likely, he's getting an alcohol and all.
Yeah. Well, you see, when we went over to Keith's, and Keith will tell you, I bought.
And I don't think so, CCTV user. He's got to have a shave first.
Callum on the whiskey. No, I'm on about when I bought them Smirnoff Ice for myself. Callum had 2 of them, didn't he, Keith?
If anybody's listening outside, I better have the rating.
Oh, we were on about this other night, Keith, about when you gave him a drop of that malt whiskey, faces he were pulling. Oh dear, we had a right laugh about it. So yeah, you know, I mean, we took like, it's not very often I drink, but because I knew these would be on whiskey and whatever, I bought myself some Smirnoff Ice, and there's only like 4 in a thing, and Callum had 2 of them. No, I don't like whiskey either. Yeah. And you know what it'll be, don't you? Ice cold Smith. Well, you see, that's it. And as regards Pixie's last comment about him getting randy when he's had some booze, I'm not kidding you. It'll be Edit's pillar. Next minute it'll be.
Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, no. He oh, wondered where you were. I thought you were going for a walk.
I'll try to, but I can't.
What a present for Jeanette. CCTV user says 1 minute wonder.
Hey, I'm not that fast, lad.
Oh dear. But no, when he's had booers, it's like 1 minute you're talking to him, and next minute you turn around and he's throwing some Zeds in there. Will you go live then, Chris? Yeah. It's Chris will go live on his stream, Keith. Not bad to say it's supposedly for my birthday, and you two going to be one that's nist as a pute. So yeah. Yeah, I asked for 2 things, Keith, and Chris got me them both. He got me, I wanted a new pair of slippers, so he's got me them. And obviously, you know, I burnt me hand mixer out. Booze is like Calpol is for kids. We see, the thing is, it's like it can go like from 1 week to the next and not have, you know, if he's like going out droning or whatever, obviously it won't even contemplate driving if he's had a drink night before. So if he's going out droning, he'll not touch a drop. So it's like on these rare occasions, we're not going anywhere tomorrow. So, you know, he's made the most of it and had a few, you know, tonight. No, we don't do it every night. It's about a fortnight, isn't it, since you've had a drink? I think it's about 2 weeks ago. Because it's like, is it a fortnight? Yeah. Well, anyway, so as I say, if he knows he's driving the next day,
What was that about every night?
He says agree. It's not like he does it every.
What's that?
Every night. Yeah.
The first one I've had in 2 weeks.
I'm going to say it's first time he's had a drink in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Hello. How are we all? Karate.
Yeah. Keith says once in a blue moon. He says, got a full bottle of vodka here. Had it 5 weeks, and he says,
5 weeks.
he says,
Have your dress over. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Keith, you sexy stud muffin. Oh dear. Oh, isn't your son cute? That's a running joke with us and Johnny. He thought Pixie were my son.
Hello, mother.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh.
Well, I've got a vlog coming up and all.
Have you?
Yeah, that castle one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Castle.
Yeah.
Scarsdale Hall.
Ah, that's it. Scarsdale Law. Yeah, that's a toy boy. He is.
I'm only 20.
Hi, Auntie Pixie. Well, we were talking when we went to bed last night, and I went, oh, in a couple of years' time, I says, you'll be 50. I says, well, having said that, I says, in 3 years' time, I says, I'll be 60. So Richard says, I'm saying once in a blue moon. There's a lot of blue moons over Lancashire.
The real deal.
I hear the real deal. But yeah, you know, it's I forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, so to when he's approaching 50, I'll be nearly approaching 60. Do you remember me?
The name rings a bell.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I reckon
It's not used to go in, is it Cody Stream? Does anyone remember how everyone met each other? Yeah, on YouTube. Other than that, no.
well, it looks like
Oh.
yeah, I forgot what his name is now. He used to be on yeah, Fat Boy, that's it. Fat Boy Nation.
Fat Boy Nation.
Yeah.
Ah, my dad's partner.
No, not that Fat Boy.
Oh, different one.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go then.
Yeah. He were in him who shall not be named live stream
Oh,
a lot.
One, right, yeah, got you.
I'm sure I just found Jeanette on a stream. I really can't remember.
Probably mine, mate.
Yeah, probably Chris's.
I think I popped into Gale's first, Random Life Productions.
Well, I don't know.
They got Keith from Gale. And where Bella come into it, I have no idea.
In Crimson.
Crimson, no idea.
And then we used to talk to Matt's Big Dream, didn't we? And all,
yeah,
and
what's happened to him?
Thorn Draven.
Yeah, Thorn, what's happened to him?
I can't either think I was drunk those days.
First live over picked me.
Who met first? Pixie or Jeanette?
Went live first.
Chris, I've only been on YouTube 2 years, and Chris has been on, I don't know,
2008, I think. But I have been taking it serious for about 4 or 5 years. Well,
yeah,
I'm so serious.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris has sort of been going live and whatever a lot long. I've only been on YouTube a couple of years, so it's probably be Chris.
Yeah, it will be.
So
well, yeah, because we're on a live stream and you walk past. Like catching or something, and
Gail says, "Why don't
you do a YouTube channel?" So it weren't me.
Yeah. Matt's Big Dream rings a bell somewhere.
Yeah, it's American.
American.
Or it did do.
It was like it got like a bar down in his basement, hadn't it? Keith can remember
the good old days. We had Thorn Draven on.
Yeah. And Thorn Draven is like he lives in Alaska, doesn't he? Or Nova Scotia, that's it.
Nova Scotia.
Thorn Draven is in Nova Scotia. I mean, he did make a comeback a few months ago, and then he sort of dropped out again, hasn't he?
He likes me photos on Instagram every now and then.
Oh, but yeah, Thorn Draven, he's like from Nova Scotia.
Take some good photos and all.
So, you know, I mean, they were sort of, I can remember, yeah, and Matt's Big Dream. He used to go live every Friday night, didn't he?
Yeah.
Matt's
yeah.
Big Dream. And,
We have Barry. Where's Barry? Barry's not been on. Hey,
Oh.
Jeff back. Hello, Jeff, lad.
yeah, I mean, we don't see a deal of Barry nowadays. I mean, I know his father-in-law's.
I wish I could speak in the English accent. Oh, the English accent we hear in America drives
The girl's nuts.
Sweetheart, we'll be to America.
It's amazing.
Ian's drones.
Hiya, Ian's drones. Yeah, yeah.
Are we all way on Sunday? Did the Connersbrook Viaduct?
Richard says they were Saturday night streams. Need to come back. There you go, Chris. You've found your calling on Saturday nights.
Just me and Darwin then sat in chat and me chatting to him.
So yeah, I mean, some as I say, Chris will where he is now, still in corner. And some as I say, I walked past one night to let cats in, and Gail says, "Well, why ain't Jeanette got a YouTube channel?" And then, of course, I lost my mum to cancer, and you know, it sort of. Well, no, I mean, it didn't. It's what got me into YouTube. The fact that. What about Ruby? I've seen her. You know, she comes in occasionally, Keith. She calls Keith Kevin.
So Jeff says, "Go Rams NFL." Says, "I love the Dallas Cowboys." You remember he who must not be named? You were talking about the bald one or the old one more?
Well,
probably both.
Yeah, YouTube became a therapy. I mean, CCTV users hit it on head. I was falling into a depression because she died of cancer, and I watched her pass away from cancer. So, you know, I've only got my sister, and she sort of, you know, it's very rare we speak to one another now, and you know, so it became a therapy. It sort of saved me sanity, let's just say. So yeah, I mean, that person, we don't name his name because I don't know whether you're aware what went off, but hey ho.
We're not getting into that. Now she hit my laptop, but I can't.
So no, we ain't a close family either. Well, that's it. Same as I say. I mean, I rung my sister out at Blue a few weeks back, and she'd moved, and I didn't even know she'd moved.
Hiya, Iron.
Oh, you can tell me later.
It's called the Cross.
It's put Chris underneath.
Hiya, Iron.
Oh dear, Ion. He answers to most things, Ian.
I think I might still have you all on Facebook. I'll check.
I you know, I mean, some of the names I call him, but I can't repeat what I call him.
Well, I don't know. They've gone up through Red Tube, Ford Tube, and Babe Station, so I don't think that'll hurt.
Oh dear, it's a good job Ian weren't in earlier on then. He'd have been blushing. Oh, I'm not reiterating what we've been talking about, Ian.
Just rewind it, mate.
Yeah, just scroll back into chat and you'll see what we were talking about.
Streaming gets really
and then Keith appears out of nowhere.
Yeah. It apparently just got back from dominoing.
Yeah. When Chris says apparently. He says like sexy toys topic.
He's had some whiskey.
Keith could smell the smut.
I sent you a friend request on Facebook today.
Okay, then I'll have a look in a bit. Oh dear.
14 watching.
I know.
Okay, special hard. Hello to the 14th person who's just come in. I miss watching your lives. I'll tell you, it's been funny. Hilarious tonight. I'm only shouting because I can't be asked the time because I'm drunk.
Oh dear. I'm just laughing at Chris. He says, I'm not typing. He says, I'm shouting. He says, because I can't be asked to type. More like he can't see keys. He'd probably be like this.
I'm looking at 3 computers here.
Pixie does Dallas.
I thought I thrown that videotape away.
Oh dear.
Probably waking our cannibal now and be shouting.
Oh dear.
I will put the rubber gloves on.
Oh dear. Oh, we don't know. We don't want to know Keith's fetishes. Even I can't see because I'm laughing that much. He's got to have his marigolds. Oh dear. I'm just laughing at Chris Owick. Off. We're going smutty again here. Oh dear. I know.
Marigolds and mankini.
Oh dear. Talking.
Keith and a mankini.
Oh God.
Sorry, Keith. I had it up to 40. I had it up to 14.
It's dropped.
I mentioned mankini.
Oh. I'm same Keith. My eyes ain't stopped streaming.
I hate picture channels. You still bring people up on your live stream. Every now and again, mate. I'm not doing it. I'll be forward.
Same as I say. Sometimes I have people on my panel. Obviously, we've swapped onto this StreamYard.
Make sure they have lots of time.
I'm gonna see if I've got a friend that's a vet and get one of them long things that where they put what they put on when they shove the.
So you're going up with the council's horses again?
Yeah.
They are wakey. Oh, there you go then.
Oh dear. Talking of which, I might have to invest in a pair of marigolds.
Oh, hello. On that note, everybody, good night. See you later. Bye.
Not for that reason. I've started getting eczema on back of my hands.
Need to go check the boots to not boot stay.
Boston. Oh.
Veterinary gloves. Water suckers.
Oh yeah. But yeah, honestly, hey. No, purely for washing the pots. I've been using that zero-based cream. I've started getting eczema on back of my hands. And somebody says, "Oh, you know, it's because you've always got your hands in water." So, you know, that's only reason I might have to invest in a pair of marigolds. So it gives it time to. I won't know where to start.
I'll guide you.
Yeah, right. Who's going smutty now? Oh dear.
That's gone quiet now.
I know.
When the marigolds come on, that's it. Everybody stops shit.
Yeah, I've got blow my nose now and all. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh mate.
All I can hear, Chris. I've just seen Pixie in my mind shaking his ass, doing the hoovering like the Queen. I want to break free. Well, I'll not let you in on the secret to that CCTV user.
But it look, mate, it says we can have some welding gloves.
We've got them gardening gloves, haven't we?
Not like welding. welding gloves there, thicker.
Keith's gone lol.
My voice is going.
Hey, we've got Caroline. How are you?
Oh,
You've
hello,
got-
Caroline. I hope you're not.
Yeah, you've got to behave now because Caroline's in.
I can't behave now. It's going to get worse. Hello, Caroline.
The boys have been little bit smutty, Caroline.
I would like Carla's holding up. I
I bet Carla went ages ago.
was going to say, I bet she needs an ice pack now.
Oh dear, I think I'll need to lie down in a dark corner.
I hope. I'll turn my lights off.
CCTV user says this simply wouldn't wash on a coffee morning stream. We would be arrested. Well, same as Chris says, it's all right because it's after watershed.
Caroline says nothing
Wrong with that.
Well, hey! Get on, boys!
I bet even Caroline would blush at what they've been talking about. Marigolds and dildos and...
Well, Wakey's line, he says it wasn't me. You were an instigator, Wakey.
you know what they say, then him that just protests too much.
Exactly. It wasn't me, it wasn't me. We know.
Uh-oh. Two girls, we can have a gangbang now.
A gangbang! That sounds even better, mate.
And Keith says it was not me. Yeah, but once we started talking about the subject, Keith, he soon appeared.
It was strange, that, wasn't it? All sex comes on that, it keeps straight there. Be quiet for the first hour, second hour, yeah, I'm there.
It's all right, I'm just topping my water up.
Vodka.
It's water.
Sex style pensioners.
And one on Un's blind and all, it's CCTV user.
Even better.
Or partially blind, as Keith says.
Even better, you don't have to turn lights off.
Oh,
I resemble that remark.
resent that remark. I think that's what he
No, I
means.
said it right the first time.
But it's true, them that just protest too much. That's for the best part. Yeah, and Keith says, yeah, she's the worst of the lot. Oh dear.
You have to move to Cleethorpes, baby.
God, Keith, you're only saying in my comment he wants us to move to Cleethorpes.
Is there a challenge going around your area, Keith? Is it time to see how? She's scared, I'm going to send her a pinch.
Don't start on that one. Exactly. CCTV user says it's not what you've got, it's how you use it.
Exactly.
Oh dear. Oh
As
dear.
long as you don't have to put 50p in it to make it work, you're all right. She was talking about well,
how do you get
when it goes up then?
I'm gonna say, how do you get a designer vagina?
Viagra. Oh, vagina.
Yeah.
I thought it said designer vagina.
You've got to broaden that a bit, Keith. How do you get a designer vagina?
Does it come with a weekend?
You know, it says I asked her what she meant. And did she explain to you what it is, Keith?
My mate says he has a small one, but he has got a fast ass and 18 stone to rub it in with. I can see this getting cut off.
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't. Well, I'd love to know. If you find out, Keith, what a designer vagina is, I'd love to know. You know, just out of curiosity, you know, what is a designer vagina?
Some of those videos on YouTube.
I'll have to Google it. I'll Google it.
Google, what is designer vagina?
Yeah. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to type it. I'm not.
Anybody got Alexa? Can she explain?
Oh dear.
She said so, what I.
Oh dear.
She's actually doing it and all.
I am. Carolyn says it might come in a box.
Make sure it's British made. I wouldn't trust a Chinese designer vagina. Oh dear me. What we doing here, Bobby?
I don't know.
Well, I've got.
It says
14
designer vagina. Choose quality over price. Oh, it says tighten your vagina with a 15-minute procedure.
Oh.
A tight and youthful vagina. Rejuvenation for £499. Sod that. I'd sooner have my saggy one than pay 500 quid.
I've not paid for it.
Richard says it's posh haircut for down below. 2 plungers stuck together. So-called designer vaginas are created through a variety of either surgical or non-surgical treatments, mostly performed privately.
I'm changing professions.
It aims to tighten a vagina that's become slack from childbirth or aging, and may also be necessary for certain medical reasons.
I'll
So-
do it for free. I'll get advice.
So there you go. That is the definition of a designer vagina. There you go. So it's tightening a woman's nether, down there up.
I never let a knife for the soldering iron near my snap.
Don't forget she's 88. What does she want one of them for at 88? Oh dear.
To get lucky.
Oh dear me. You'll have to ask her, Keith, what does she need a designer vagina for? If she's 88.
She did, but she didn't say, he said.
No, I says, what does she want one for at 88?
Oh.
It's a bit late to be having a designer vagina. Oh, she would have anything in trousers. Oh dear. I sod that, paying for nearly 500 quid for it.
Sounds like guy phone coming up buying a guy phone.
I'd sooner have a saggy one than pay 500 quid to have it tightened up.
Mostly performed privately, lol. Well, you're hardly going to sort it out in the middle of
In other words, Richard, they tried to say you can't get it rejuvenated on the NHS. That's what it means. It's not something a staple gun might help. Oh dear. Oh, nobody's going down there near me.
We've got a stapler somewhere.
Yeah, right. Oh dear.
Sticky tape.
I mean, if we want lotto, I might consider having it done. You know what I mean?
I'm not an experienced gynecologist. Something's managed.
Oh dear. A pot rivet.
Oh, that got it. What is that? Oh dear.
It's gone down to 9 now. Now we're talking about designer vaginas and pot rivets and staple guns.
Karate says I'm having enough of this. I'm going.
Oh dear.
Oh my god. Oh my god, those Boston steaks are so tasty.
You've missed all fun, Joe. Yeah, we're on about designer vaginas now.
Don't talk about that while it eats, while it's got a mouthful.
I better just spit it out all on screen.
We've got a mouthful of meat. Told you it wasn't me.
Because I was asking what actually is a designer vagina, and I've just Googled it.
Yeah. So that's what we're
And it's
yes,
it's a rejuvenation of the vagina.
it's a rebuild.
I kind of heard what was going on from the kitchen. It's a bit what. Oh, Joe is eating steak, so I says he probably heard the conversation and spit it out. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Designer vagina. All I see is a bloody steak.
It's Simon Bum.
Oh dear.
Everybody can hear us.
Yeah, but hey, that Dawn Ward does that. I know.
What,
I had to
designer
realise.
vaginas?
Yeah, I had to Real Housewives of Cheshire.
Was she?
Yeah.
No. So you have heard of it before?
Well, I think that's what she does. I don't know.
Liver only onions. Says Wakey.
Oh dear.
Nice that.
I don't even like liver. It's like chewing shoe leather. Don't need a vagina, I use an onion ring. CCTV users luring all secrets out tonight, isn't it?
Sorry, Friday, wait till tomorrow night. Oh my god, I live life living
onions. Fried chicken liver. Ooh. I don't like liver. No. I compare it to shoe leather. So yeah. Oh dear. Now we've got that
got that iron system, we can calm down with a bottle of Chianti.
Isn't that yeah.
Oh,
Silence of the Lambs. Yeah. That's what you could do with an onion, Keith said. He says, yeah. Honestly, I knew what film it were off. I just couldn't think of the name of it. It's Silence of the Lambs, isn't it?
Yeah, but the question is, Keith, what could you do with an onion?
Oh dear, now this is getting smutty about what can you do with an onion ring.
You're waiting for Keith's answer.
Yeah.
So long as it's not Spanish.
Oh, barbecued raccoon.
Ooh. What do you think so great as long as you get them from Aldi?
Lidl. We ain't had any onion rings in ages, have we?
He's a posh get because he shops at Lidl.
Chris says you posh because you shop at Lidl.
Yeah, he's a snob. We only shop at ours because we can't afford to go anywhere else.
Onion rings must be battered, not breaded. What? Yeah. I like battered onion rings.
Yeah, you gotta be battered.
Oh dear, we've gone all full circle now. We're back on food now.
We started on food, then we went to have summers, and then we're back on food again.
And dildos and porn.
Surprised nobody's mentioned Ubers.
Raccoon has to be cooked like duck. It's greasy meat, if not. Ooh, I don't. Oh, or shot. Keith says, I think I prefer a carrot.
Yeah, but where?
Bacon is really getting on food subject now. Bacon is really nice when barbecued.
It is. Especially thick and thick.
Oh dear. We're overrun with the littles here in Lancashire.
Which way?
We've got all sorts here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Tesco's, Asda, Sainsbury's, Co-op, Lidl, Aldi.
Netto at one point, they changed to a carpet store.
Yeah, but that Netto, they closed all the stores, didn't they?
Yeah.
So if you really want to eat like a king, try roasted rabbit.
Have a rabbit. We'll call Bugsy. Cooked in large, you can't beat a bit of what?
Can't beat it. The greasier the better. Oh, I don't even like lamb because it's too greasy.
Hey up, I'm Richard. How many sex shops in Lancashire? Keep cooking. Keeps used everything and been to all the sex shops in Cleethorpes when I want to go to Lancashire.
CCTV user says I like rabbit and pigeon. I can't imagine there being much meat on a pigeon.
Especially if I lose that.
Yeah, Lucy catches them and brings them home. But I won't like to eat one. And Tucker brings mice home. Can you imagine trying to eat a mouse?
Twice now.
Yeah.
Oh, bye, but it weren't big enough.
Wakey said, no raccoons here, we'll have to make do with an hedgehog.
Eagle, when you say a sex shop, do you mean a shop where you can go around sex shop where you can buy sex toys? Probably both, mate.
I think he's talking about the latter, you know, the sex toys.
Did you know it's not illegal to eat cats and dogs in the UK? Ooh.
Oh, I won't fancy one.
Buy sex toys, I
must admit, though, when I was in France, I did eat horse meat. That is the only sort of foreign meat that I've eaten. But I didn't know at the time I was eating it that it was horse meat.
Well, I've had, when I went to Portugal, my dad had shark, my sister had squid.
Oh, I've had squid before.
And I had burger.
Yeah.
I weren't having none of
that. Richard says bedtime for me. Catch you all tomorrow. Okay, then, Richard. Chris will be live tomorrow night.
Yeah. See you later, mate. Have a good
one. The only I just thought it was like it's just like beef, to be quite honest with you. But I didn't know at the time I was eating it that it were horse meat. But I sort of, you know, they told me afterwards that it were horse meat. So, but I've never had it since. But same as I say, I don't know, you know, to me, I just thought it was like beef.
The question is, did it taste like chicken?
No.
No.
If you like budget brand burgers, Jeanette, you have probably eaten horse a lot more than you realise. Oh.
Uh-oh. That's where Shagar went now.
CCTV user says, not into frogs and snails though. I've never tried. I've never tried either of them, snails or
frogs. That's frogs, legs, and snails.
I've had calamari is squid. That's what it's called, calamari.
Picture tomorrow night, don't catch stools.
Shagar ended up in pedigree chum. Well, they never found it, did they? So probably right there.
Well, the big street tomorrow night, don't be square, be there. You know it. 9 o'clock start UK time.
No, I've got to agree with you there, CCTV user. I've never tried sushi, but the fact that it's raw fish, you know,
no. I
like my fish with batter around it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't be doing anything raw.
Yorkshire fish cake, what's it?
Yeah, I can't do anything.
That's what we're having tomorrow for his dinner.
What? Fish cake butty? No, same as I say, I've heard people rave about sushi and saying how nice it is, blah, blah, blah. And I says, well, whatever it is, I don't do raw stuff. Battered cod and kippers only for me or haddock.
Kippers? Are you kidding?
No, I don't.
Slippers.
I don't like kippers either.
No.
I must admit, same as I say, my fish has got to have batter or breadcrumbs, but I don't like kippers. Too many bones in them for me. So battered kippers. I've been going on nearly 2 hours and 45 minutes. Sushi's not raw fish. Sushi's balls of rice flavoured with vinegar, sometimes garnished with vegetables and raw fish.
I thought this has got tape, but we are talking about fish. Cockles. I like cockles. Cockles and winkles.
You don't like cockles. I like prawns and I like cockles. I know cockles are like raw, whatever, you know what I mean? But I won't drink vinegar. So,
let me see.
what are cockles?
Cockles.
Seafood. Yeah, it's like on the seafood, you know, like mussels and cockles and
Mop herrings. What's mop herring? Good cleaning.
are cockles periwinkles? I have no idea.
No idea what periwinkle is.
Oh, mop herrings are sea snails.
Oh, there you go
then. But yeah, cockles are like a shellfish, aren't they? Like mussels are shellfish as well. They are shelled animals. You pick them out with a needle.
Yeah,
the shell. Yeah, shellfish. But I mean, like, another thing that turns my stomach is the thought of oysters. And when I see anybody eating oysters, I'm gagging because he's like, and they just take, and I'm sat there going,
What I want to know is why is YouTube hiding cockles or sea snails?
What?
You know, when you're going to press approve or not. You know, when it comes up in chat,
Yeah.
cockles or sea snails, it comes up as the moderator's got to approve it.
Oh.
It's because it's got cock in the title.
It probably costs Wakey's not a moderator. A
Wakey's
cockle is an edible marine bivalve mollusk.
I thought you were going to bed, Darwin.
Yeah. Like raw oysters are. It's just the thought of them sliding down.
Oysters, no.
No, it's just the thought of.
Only thing I like about oysters is pearl.
Yeah, it's the fact that they're raw, and people drink them or eat them out of a shell, and they just it just. Well, I couldn't put it better myself. CCTV.
Bang on.
Yeah, that is basically what I was thinking. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, just the thought of it.
Do you know when we go to bed tonight, love?
Uh-huh.
Can we fast forward it to the second hour?
Hey, we've got Simon in.
But how they going on, Simon? That beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart.
Well, that's tame compared to what we were talking about earlier on, Simon.
Yeah, dildos, you name it, we've been talking about it tonight, mate.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny's still here. He's just put night all.
No, Johnny, you be quiet, lad.
He's listening to all this smutty talk.
See you, Jenny.
Yeah. So we've gone from like dildos and sex shops and toys.
Yeah. Sex shops and toys.
Well, put it this way. Chris said it's a good job it's after 9 o'clock. Put it that way. The common periwinkle or winkle, Littorina, or wherever it is a species of small edible whelk, or sea snail.
There you go.
So there you go. Richard's will go into bed, but he's put the definition of a periwinkle.
Mm.
So
Litterina, Litterora.
ta-da.
Google's copy and paste is a wonderful thing.
Yeah. It's all right. We've got the real deal is from America, and I didn't know what a cockle or a mussel or anything was. What have I missed?
Fast forward to the second hour, mate.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. CCTV user.
Price spider is the rate will be all right in our house.
Yeah.
We'd have a queue outside.
I was going to say I have seen it. I think it were on Facebook. I don't know whether that it was that or whether it were on.
That's what you haven't missed. It's all coming up in next hour, mate.
Yeah.
11:45.
I know. Well, we're only going on for a couple of hours, and it's nearly 12 o'clock.
3 hours later. By the way, Pixies rang the bell on both your old pages. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
He's going to be
checking his steak. Checking his steak. So,
by the way, Simon, we've been on about design of vaginas.
Oh yeah, we've on Keith. We're on about design of vaginas. I'll split on Keith. He's been on about design of vaginas.
That's Eagle VP. If you didn't know,
but Simon knows who Keith is.
Yeah, I know. Well, you say that. Can you ever forget Eagle VP? That's
No.
the question.
That's it. But yeah, Keith got us onto the subject of design of vaginas.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Some YouTubers are all up in arms. They are losing the verified badge due to new terms. What's this verified badge then?
If it's just a badge, I'm not bothered.
I don't know. What is? I don't even know what the verified badge is.
No. Steak tomorrow. Macerating.
Marinating.
Oh. What did we have with a W then?
You've had 4 cans, haven't you? That's why you can't read proper.
No, that's why I had to double check. What's this badge then?
Yeah, I don't even know what a verified badge is.
You are a verified YouTuber.
I don't know.
No
I
idea.
don't even know what it is.
I don't bother about the badge.
No.
Proves they are who they are and say they are is really like them and not to do pasta channel.
Oh.
Oh, it's back.
Uh,
The steaks are getting really tender. Oh. Your medium well rare.
but I mean, obviously, everybody knows I'm not an imposter. I am who I say I am.
Biggest imposter we've got 50 channels in it.
Bargy. We don't need it. No stinking barge. Well, I don't know.
Onion barging.
Oh.
I might be doing ribs tomorrow night.
Well, I'll tell you what Chris wants me to do. Asking me hungry now, I will have to send out for a kebab.
With them vagina lips before putting them in the oven.
I tell you what Chris wanted, because we got on about Scotch eggs the other night, and Chris says,
Scotch eggs.
and I says, oh, they're simple to make. Somebody said, have you ever made Scotch eggs? I says, yeah, when I were at school.
Cockles and winkles, well.
So yeah, and I says, yeah, they're simple enough to make: boiled egg, sausage meat, and breadcrumbs. That's it.
Homemade Scotch eggs for going out drawing with, right?
Yeah. Beanies.
I've heard of them.
The hat beanie or
no kebab meat is lips, ears, and arseholes. Oh dear.
Oh dear. It's a good job I don't like. I only have chicken kebab.
Like a Scotch egg, but had beans in it. No,
Oh.
don't put beans in a Scotch egg. No, you don't. Put brown sauce on it.
I've had a like a Kiev thing. Is it like a Kiev thing?
I've never eaten a Scotch egg.
Yeah.
What's up with you, man?
Well, it's in America, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. All it is chicken lips are rare.
Goes down well with a pint ball. It does. I already have anyway, Keith.
So yeah, so it wants me to do Scotch eggs. Same as I say, it's just a boiled egg, covered in sausage meat and then covered in breadcrumbs. That's it. When I said it's like a Kiev type of thing, yeah, it says kinda. So hey, we've got Robin, Michigander man.
Man. How you going on, fella?
Make a tray full. What Scotch eggs, Keith? Are you on about? We see the problem. Last time we needed sausage meat, we couldn't find any anywhere, and we ended up going to Crystal Peaks for it because they've got like yeah, they've got like an indoor market, and they've got a lot of butchers. So we ended up getting the sausage meat from there.
I've heard it. What's that? No, Kate's Fodgy there. Channel's getting shut down now. All the things she's making now is Scotch.
Wonder how the Area 51 raid is going.
Probably all being shot.
Either that or arrested. So yeah. You've missed all the fun, Rob. We've been talking about designer vaginas and, you know, sex shop toys and things.
Yeah, Eagle BP's moving to Leicestershire.
Next time you go to that market, make a video of it. I would love to see it. Well, some as I say, it's people like we've got Meadowall, but that's like a big mall, is what you call a mall. But this is sort of like on a smaller scale. It's a shopping centre, but not on the scale of Meadowall. And we like to go there because Meadowall is way too big and there's no way I could get round it. So they've got like a mobility shop there, and damn, I'm missing the Area 51 raid. I'm at Area 52. So yeah, but it's got like what we call like an indoor market area, and they sell all sorts. There's a post office in there, but there's a lot of cafes and like what we call butcher's shops where they sell, you know, meat and whatever. So the last time we needed sausage meat, I think Callum were cooking something at school, and we ended up going to this Crystal Peaks in order to get some because Asda and I don't think they sell it.
Licorice all sorts.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a real deal. I've been talking about sex shop, sex toys, and then oysters. Gets onto anything this street, you know.
Yeah. So we've been through a you know, all the sex talk and designer vaginas, and I had to Google it because I didn't know where a designer vagina were. So I had to Google it.
A special vagina.
So because nobody else knew what one were. So what do? You Google it. So I know it's 5 to 12. I've been going nearly 3 hours.
3 hours.
If there's a power cut, make sure your woman hasn't plugged her toy directly into the mains. Say what? So I'll explain it to you, Rob. After Googling it,
What What's the market mean?
Crystal Peaks, isn't it? I don't know. It's just a market within like a little mall type of thing. Yeah. It's like women that have had quite a few children and the vagina's loose, and it's like it can be a non-surgical procedure or a surgical procedure, and it's to tighten the vagina in a nutshell. Sainsbury's sell sex toys. Oh dear, what next? But yeah, in a nutshell, Rob, that's what a designer vagina is. It's like a rejuvenation of the vagina. Like a facelift for a vagina. Well, yeah, I suppose. Crystal Peak Shopping Mall and Retail Park. Yeah, that's the one. So, yeah, you know, how did we get back to this again?
It wasn't me.
You know what my wife would say, what do to me if I say, hey, babe, why don't you get a designer vagina? Yeah, but yeah, but the only thing is, Rob, is it don't come cheap. And I said I'd sooner have a saggy one than pay like in English pound. It's like about £500. Do they do male ones, Paul? Just curious. And no, it's not only for pensioners, Keith. It's for like women that have had multiple children. Just don't Google blue waffles.
No.
Sounds like her vagina needs boring through with a jackhammer face. Oh dear. But yeah, the only time I'd have mine done is if we won lottery, and I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Not a clue, but I can ask for you. I think Wakey's going to get a slap. Oh dear. Chris is choking over there.
I'm getting too old.
Oh dear. You're getting too old for this smart. Oh dear me. Oh, what a night, eh? Keith says his eyes is all red. Don't mention designer vaginas on Chris's live stream tomorrow.
That could be a title, can't it? Divine, was it designer
And a vagina.
Stream.
All men should be provided with a free sex robot. Well, after all the vagina talk, I have to get back to work. This was fun. Don't go telling everybody that you work with. We've been talking about designer vaginas, Rob. What is the price of gas there in England? I think it were about £1.20 something.
Yeah,
£1. I think £1.20. I think last time we got some at Asda at about £1.22, £1.23. He says, I think I'll stay sober for tomorrow's stream.
Yeah.
We don't sell designer vaginas here. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to have to shut it down. Polita. Yeah, that is Polita. Yeah, I've been going on 3 hours.
So,
I know, I'm sweating like one now.
you've got another 5 to go.
No, I don't think so. So yes, guys, I think I'm going to shut it down. I'm sorry to rain on your parade. I know I've still got 10 in, but I'm absolutely cream crackered. So don't forget, Chris will be going live tomorrow night.
No.
Can't shut her up. Cheers. CCTV user says been a night filled with fun. Yeah.
Not a minute. It was
Yeah. Don't forget, Chris will be live roughly about 9 o'clock. She's been aroused, and I'm just cracking. I can bottle some free gas for you. Oh dear. So yeah, Chris will be live tomorrow night, roughly about 9 p.m. UK time. It's a special live stream because it's my birthday on Sunday. So he said he wanted to do a special live stream. Chris is on a promise. I don't think so, Keith. It's because I'm sweating conkers. Chris is over near the door. We've got patio doors. I keep telling him to open it because it gets hot in here.
Mr. P will be what?
Mr. P will be alive if he don't piss Mrs. P off. So I want to thank everybody for coming in. And same as I say, in the description, life's too short not to laugh and have fun. And we've
had fun tonight.
Yeah, and we certainly had some laughs and some fun tonight. So I appreciate everybody being here, and I thank everybody that's come in. You know, it's sort of Saturday morning here now because it's like 2 minutes past midnight.
I'll be live tonight.
9 3/4. Have you? No. So yeah, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, and I myself will probably see you again on Monday night. So as I say, don't forget, Chris will be live tomorrow night. So I hope you'll all join us for tomorrow night. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.
Bye. Light and low. No pillow and pin.
Who's put that?